You may have seen his byline in USA Today, New York Times, or Newsweek. He's traveled the world, often in war-torn areas.
Today, Rick Dayton sat down with Carmen Gentile to see what it's like to write stories from the middle of a battle zone.
The more time I spend there, the more I learn about what I don't know.
Carmen Gentile writes for a living. His office, sometimes the most dangerous places on the planet.
I think it's an important story. I think it's something that people need to know about. But I also go because I want to know about it, and I want to be there firsthand to get an idea of what's going on in the world.
He has worked in Brazil and Cairo, but in 2010 he was nearly killed in Afghanistan. He was embedded with American troops who were talking with some unarmed young Afghanis when a rocket-propelled grenade nearly killed the New Kensington native.
I went through a very difficult time with my injury, being blinded in this eye, having all these bones crushed in my face, and all these numerous surgeries that I had to follow up. But there are people in this world who have it much worse than I do.
In 2014, in a remote cabin near Melcroft, Fayette County, he started to write a book. It's called Blindsided by the Taliban. He simply had his laptop and years of notes he had taken while in Afghanistan.
More than 20 years ago, when I had my first internship at a newspaper in the New Kensington area, I worked at the Valley News Dispatch. I was a guy with a notebook talking to somebody, tell me your story.
It's his story of what journalists do to tell what's happening in places around the world. It's also told in a way that's uniquely Pittsburgh.
People here who are telling stories, like the best barstool storytellers, always tell their stories in the present tense. And it's not always grammatically correct, but they'll do this thing where they'll say, so I says to my buddy.
While Gentile steers clear of politics in the book, he hopes it opens Americans' eyes to what's going on a half world away.
We've been there now almost twice as long as we were in Vietnam, and I don't see us ending anytime soon. I don't know what the solution is.
But what he does know is he won't stop sharing those stories regardless of where the assignment takes him. Rick Dayton, KDKA-TV News.